Aloha. Yo, I just gotta say, I'm a fucking master at lucid dreaming, okay? I'm not a master, cause I can do better. But I be lucid dreaming a lot lately, and I just had one that I gotta share. So, um, I was looking, okay, so I pinpointed it by looking at the moon. I remember I was outside and it was pitch black. The moon was there. It was kind of like I was looking at the moon through a microscope, but I wasn't under a microscope. Like the moon was like really close, and I seen activity happening on the moon. Like I can't describe it. I don't know what type of activity, but there's like entities and spirits or something moving on the moon. Like it kind of looked like germs or something. Like I said, like it looked like I was looking through a microscope and I could see the moon microscopically. I seen shit moving on the moon. And then I just realized like yo, this is a dream. And then as soon as I realized it was a dream, I like zoomed in. Like the moon and the ground kept getting closer and closer together, like closer and closer to me, because I was really trying to like go to the moon, but I couldn't. And like this isn't the first time this happened, but as soon as I became lucid, I it's not like I bounced back, I transferred back to my bed. I don't know how to describe it, but like it's not like I teleported. It's just like I like instantaneously flashed to the next scene, and I was in my bed and I woke up in my bed and I seen a succubus, bro. It was a succubus, a motherfucking succubus in my lucid dream. And I've been warned about this. My spirit guide was telling me you need to be careful when you lucid dream and astral project unintentionally if you can't control it, if you're not good at it, because you can bring entities back with you. And now I believe her, because I seen a motherfucking succubus. And it was standing like, so say my bed is right here, right? In my dream, I woke up in a twin bed. Not this twin bed, but another twin bed. Different sheets on it and shit, and this wasn't the room. But anyway, the figure was standing right here. And I was a little bit paralyzed. Like I was like very sluggish coming out from my sleep, right? And I just seen the figure standing over me, looking at me. It was like very tall, very skinny. It was wearing all black. It was a little bit shadowy, kind of. Not shadowy, it's just like all black, all black. And it was wearing black clothing and it had like a white mask on its face. And I'm just like, I just remember asking, like, who are you? And then he started making like, started doing sexual things and he kind of seduced me somehow. And I just remember him coming over coming over this way and then he's crawling on top of me. And then I kind of just opened my legs because I was laying on my back. I was opening my legs and then I think he started like biting me or like trying to take my clothes off. I forget what exactly went down, but I was being seduced and he seduced me to the point I opened my legs. I'm like, oh, I like this. And then I told him like, yo, bite on my neck. And then he bit my neck. He was like biting on my neck. And then I forget what happened after that. He kind of just left. I think he just disappeared or something. And then I'm just like, I realized like it was a fucking succubus. And then in my dream, I'm like, oh my god, that was just a succubus. I'm like, a sexually transmitted demon. I said that in my dream. And then I remember I got up and I remember I got into my house. And this is for your visionary perspective. This is how my house was laid out in my dream. Like it was like this. It kind of felt like it was a loop. Like things just looped around like clockwise. I was walking clockwise like in my whole dream. And um and there was four people I met in this lifetime in my dream. Two people who I interacted heavy with and then two people who I just knew in my dream. Like recognized them in my dream. So one of them was Matt and the other one was Gibson. And Gibson didn't talk in my dream, but his energy was very light. And he was like helping me find my room again, because once I left my room, I couldn't find it again for some reason. So I like asked Gibson if he could help me find my room, like if he knew where my room was. And he's like, yeah. So I end up following Gibson around the house to find my room. And as I'm going throughout this house, I'm walking like in that loop pattern, like I'm going this way. I remember I tried to find it for a while by myself and couldn't find it. Then I ran into Gibson. I'm like, Gibson lives here. He probably knows, cause like I knew everybody in the dream, and I knew if they lived here, like I knew who they were and if they lived there or not in my dream. Like I recognized them in my dream. And I remember one time I was walking around in loop. So I'm walking this way. There's a couch this way, right? And on the very end of it, this blonde girl, this white blonde girl named Tiffany was sitting on the couch, and I recognized her. And I'm like, oh, that's so and so. Like she lives here. Like I just knew that in my mind. I was walking past her. So this one, I came across 3 rooms that looked a little similar to my room because it had the same twin bed, the same sheets, but the structure was like a little different, I guess. Like I didn't know if it was my room or not. But anyway, I remember the one room I passed was the master bedroom. And then I just like recognized it, like, yo, I've been in this master bedroom before. Like I've been here before. You know what I mean? And I just recognized it after I woke up and thought about my dream for a while. I'm like, I've been in this master bedroom before. Master bedroom is very familiar. Definitely been foot in this bedroom. And like the whole house was very well kept. All the beds were made. It was very well structured and kept. Like there was like no mess on the in the crib. There's like it was very clean. But yeah, and I kept walking in this damn loop, and Gibson was like a little bit ahead of me. Like he was waiting for me at checkpoints type shit. He wasn't like by my hip the whole time. But I remember walking the one time I was walking in the loop and I thought I seen my bedroom. I like broke away from Gibson. I looked in the room like, is this my bedroom? I'm like, no. And then I remember walking in the hallway, and then there's like it was an open hallway and very well lit, and it was like a spiral staircase, but the spiral staircase had glass offices. There's like 3 or 4 of them stacked on each other, and there's like a computer and a swivel chair in each glass office, like going up the spiral staircase. And I just remember thinking like, oh, I always wondered what was in there or up there, whatever. But I didn't check in my dream. So it's like I was lucid, but I wasn't. My intention to lucid dream wasn't there before I slept, so I couldn't fully control it. The very first time I controlled it, I was trying to astral project in my lucid dream, which is why I could control it. But the past few lucid dreams, I was definitely there in my dream, but like I couldn't. I kind of just let it play out. But I was definitely aware I was in a dream. I mean, I wasn't aware. I was aware I was very present in my dream, if that makes sense. Anyway, so as I'm walking around the loop, I seen 3 people gathered along this wall. It was Matt. Matt was standing right by this guy's head. This guy was lying on the floor. Like he was lying, his head, if my fingertip was his head, that was his head, and he was laying this way. Matt was standing right by his head, and then some third person was standing like right here. And I don't know who the third person was, but the person laying on the floor, I went to high school with them. I don't know their name. I just remember them from high school, but they were there. And then I thought it was him who was standing over my bed because he was wearing all black too, and his figure was slightly tall, like matched the description. So I go up to him and I'm like, were you standing over my bed when I woke up? And like I got in his face, and he looked like I was trying to read his energy in his eyes and his energy in his face to see if he was lying, and he wasn't. He was like confused and baffled. He's like, no, I wasn't. I'm like, oh, okay, he's not. And then I slowly backed away because I got up in his face, and then I seen he wasn't lying. And I was like, oh, okay, he's not lying. So I slowly back away. Then I explained the situation to them. I was like lucid dreaming, and I caught on because like I seen the moon. I was trying to go back to the moon again, when like in my lucid dream, and then I seen Matt just smile at me when I said I was lucid dreaming, trying to go back to the moon again. I seen him smile at me, and then I said, but then when I woke up, like I got bounced back to my bed, and then when I woke up, there's like this shadow figure standing over my bed, and he was like making sexual advances on me, and then they were kind of like speechless and just kind of like, oh. And then I remember I went downstairs to meet up with Gibson again, and Gibson was wearing a bright neon lime green shirt. And I remember I seen him in the distance. He was sitting on the left side, and he waves at me. He's like that. So that must have been my room, maybe. But that's all I remember. And I really hope I did find my room at the end of the dream, cause yeah. But yeah. There's definitely parts I left out there. But I wrote this strong took like 2 pages, like a front and a back page. I usually don't take that much think room when I write down my dreams, but I just remember this one so vividly. Um, I mean, I just explained this dream to my friend very briefly, but Gibson's energy was very light in the dream. I don't know if I said that, but yeah, that was it. And I just want to say, like, I didn't smoke today. And we'd really be blocking dreams. Electronics, weed, shit like that be blocking your dreams. Y'all need to realize how important your dreams are. Like, I don't even want to get into it right now, but just realize how important your dreams are. That is literally you interdimensionally traveling. You know, traveling dimensions and motherfucking realms in your dreams. Your ancestors, your higher self, your lower self communicate with you through your dreams, your subconscious. Everything happens in the subconscious mind. And how can you access your subconscious mind? Keeping track of your dreams. So that's about it. That was a very intense dream. Like, that is not the first time I realized I was in a dream and then I got swooshed back to my bed. That's the second time that happened. The first time, I remember I was in my homeboy's room and he was wearing all black. He was laying on his bed sideways like this, and he looked at me, and I was like over there. And then I just remember we were probably watching TV because the TV was in front of his face, and like the LCD was illuminating the room and his face. And I just remember saying, like, let me check the time. And I turned his digital clock over, and then it was like the green letters. And then I seen the she was fucked up, and I was like, oh shit, I'm dreaming. And then I got swooshed back to my bed in my dream. Like, if that makes any sense. And that's the second time that happened. And I feel like that be happening because the higher entity or whatever, is aware that I'm lucid dreaming. Like, I caught on that I'm lucid, or is aware I'm lucid in my dream and doesn't want me to find certain shit out. So it pushes me back to the illusion of me thinking I woke up when really I'm still in my dream. If that makes sense. And another thing that was brought to my attention, I'd be looking at the moon a lot. Like, there's a lot of correlation with the moon in my dream. So, like, maybe I'm very connected to the moon in a way. I have to look into that because I don't know my real birthday, but maybe astrology-wise, there's something in, like, with the moon. But I'm about to look into that after I get off here. But, yeah, man. Keep them succubuses away from you. Sexually transmitted demons. Spiritual soul be saying that shit. It's funny. But that's about it. I just wanted to share that dream with y'all real quick. And that saying, life is but a dream. Life really is but a dream. Like, I've really learned how true that statement was the past few, like, within this month. I've been lucid dreaming a whole lot lately. And these lucid dreams have really been teaching me a lot about myself, about life, about, the afterlife, about time, about reality, shit like that. I'm just learning a lot from myself and these lucid dreams I'm having. But that being said, that's about it. I love y'all because I love myself. Keep expanding.